Welcome back to Championship Court. Emily Cederquist and Kat Stewart getting ready to square off in our second women's singles final. Cederquist getting here by knocking off the 3-seed Amanda Hendry in the quarterfinal. We welcome you back into the booth here atop Championship Court alongside APP U.S. National Team head coach Chad Edwards and joined by the director of collegiate pickleball for the APP, Dominic Catalano. I'm Dorian Kraft. You both are so incredibly important.
Oh, are we, though? Thank you. In our own minds.
Exactly.
That will be saved for later. But, fellas, we are seeing the second semifinal winner of this one going up against Sophia Seving. Now, Dom, Chad, and I were talking about it a little bit earlier. The question for us, does Emily Cederquist have enough firepower to hang with Kat Stewart?
I think she does, because earlier I saw Amanda Hendry, and the way Amanda Hendry was playing, I looked at her and go, no one's beating her today. And then Emily did. So if Emily beat Amanda the way Amanda was playing today, she does have enough firepower to beat Kat Stewart right now.
The interesting thing about it is that Cederquist did not beat Hendry power for power. She beat Hendry by playing smart and playing clean. Is going to take that and then some going up against a player who is as good as Kat Stewart.
Yeah, and is Dom correct that she has the firepower? Yes. Is it sustained firepower? Not really. But what she did well against Hendry is that she changed speeds, she changed position, she created shorter angles. It's something, Dom, that you and I talk about all the time. Rather than going corner to corner, deep to deep, you go deep corner, short angle. Now it's a longer distance to run, a longer distance to move. That is something that Cederquist did well. And I think... And you were over there.
I was on that match.
Court, where Zhajing was up against Stewart. That short angle to the backhand is giving her problems.
It is. And that was exactly what Zhajing exposed, was backhand to backhand. Zhajing was rolling her two-handed backhand to the tee where the kitchen line and the sideline meet, and Stewart was having to come in and play that on the run on her backhand, and then it would leave her exposed. Zhajing exposed that, took game one, but then just didn't sustain it enough in game 2 and 3 to come out on top, and Stewart did.
Sustain is the correct word because, as Chad noted earlier in the day, Kat Stewart incredibly fit, incredibly in shape. Who does she have the advantage in that category against Emily Cederquist?
Yes. Yeah, I think she does, without a doubt. Stewart, was playing well last year. She had the injury. She trained to get back from that injury and then trained even harder. So, Stewart can prolong it out there. Cederquist, she took some time off from the singles draws. She's come back. She's made a good run right here. But I think if it goes to the prolonged points, Cederquist may take one game, but can she really take this and not go to 3? I don't know if she has the stamina to be able to with last Kat Stewart.
Something to note, Cederquist said after her quarterfinal match that one of the biggest things that made the difference was not panicking when a point or two did not go her way, was staying calm point to point. She'll need to be mentally tough as Stewart takes the opening point.
Yeah, and that's a good point right there from Stewart getting to the kitchen line. She didn't do that much in her quarterfinal against Zhajing, and Zhajing took advantage. Look for Stewart to get to that kitchen line early.
Another well-played point there from Stewart.
What was that, Chad?
I just noticed that Stewart's playing with the new RPM paddle. She's not playing with the Agassi anymore. So plenty of spin, not as much power.
How could that change her game?
A big part of Stewart's game was those heavy ground strokes and really being able to push players back behind the baseline. Oh,
and
great return from Cederquist.
Well, and that's what I saw Zhajing do against Stewart in the quarterfinal, was really rip forehands and backhands, and it kept Stewart back behind the baseline. There's that short corner.
Dirty
somebody was paying attention to a previous match, and I'm going to say it's Brandon Lane, who is over there in the corner of Emily Cederquist.
You spot him over there?
He's
come on.
He's camouflaged in. Yes. He hides into his wilderness very well. If we were not in the desert in Mesa.
In metal bleachers.
Now, if he happens to go for a hike, he's going to blend in well.
It's a nice ball by Stewart. She had the opposite court open, could have gone inside out, instead held it, went inside in, and it was just enough to throw Cederquist off.
It was inside in bomb of a forehand, right?
Cederquist is not getting cheated on those backhand returns down the line. She's ripping those right there. But I think we've already noticed, where Cederquist is almost a step behind on the court movement that Stewart has. When she gets into those longer rallies and moving sideline to sideline, tough for her to keep up to. And that's what we saw in the quarterfinals there from Cederquist as well. Standing tall and kind of getting a little lazy with the footwork.
As a player, if you do have that step disadvantage, how do you overcome that?
For me, it's hit those short angles that Chad and I talked about in the Open, right? That's had Zhang had some success with in the quarterfinal, and you're seeing Cederquist do that a little bit, right? And what it's doing is putting Stewart on a dead sprint.
Missed the serve there. So many players want to try and hit their way out of a disadvantage, but that's not going to work against Stewart, who's not going to be bothered by anybody's pace.
Just as we say she's not going to be bothered by pace, Emily Cederquist, it's a bomb of a forehand that just gets on top of Stewart quickly, and she's a little late on that forehand. But you are right, Dorian. She doesn't really get too phased by that often.
Undercut the slice there as Cederquist back within one.
Well, that's that short corner again. Cederquist goes for that sideline kitchen tee.
Missed third from Cederquist. And for Cederquist, you can't miss gimmies.
No, feet were set. She's on balance. She just missed it, right? And like you said, Dorian, especially in rally scoring, you cannot miss those.
Ooh. Another really good drop. Her drops to the corners today have been crisp off the paddle of Cederquist.
Yeah, and that's part of what Cederquist has done so well all day is being able to get balls down below the net cord. Really, like we talked about, changing speeds, changing spots, forcing her opponents to be hitting up on the ball.
Force the error there to pull level at 8. Ooh. Tried to thread the needle, and you can see the frustration, had what she wanted, just came out a little flat.
Oh, that ball just died on Stewart right there. So much backspin on that ball from Cederquist.
Sweet. Cederquist having a little trouble dialing in the range right now. Tried to pull it back cross. Another point for Stewart.
Yeah, good pressure there off the approach on the forehand there from Stewart. Deep to the backhand.
The APP Selkirk Collegiate Series is up and running in the first qualifier of 2025. Utah Tech had 2 teams punch their ticket to the U.S. Collegiate Championships, as well as Utah Valley and Fresno State. Collegiate qualifying will kick off here in Mesa on Saturday, as well as 4 more teams will try to advance to the championships in Cape Coral in March. As always, visit theapp.global for more information.
Imagine having the director of collegiate pickleball in the booth right now to talk about the upcoming schedule and everything else.
There's your setup.
That's a perfect setup, Jeff. That's beautiful. After your Bulldogs from Fresno State pulled out a bid in Idaho, we have 22 teams on Saturday here in Mesa competing for 4 bids this weekend. So our biggest regional ever will be here on Saturday. 5 different states represented. University of Hawaii. The Rainbow Warriors will be here this weekend. Arizona State, Grand Canyon, Utah Tech. There's some California, UCLA, USC, UC San Diego, just to name a few that will be here this weekend.
Plenty of UCs.
Yeah, San Diego State. A lot of fun coming on Saturday. It'll be loud.
Pushed wide off the paddle of Cederquist. As the lead back up to 3, it matches the largest lead of the game for Kat Stewart.
Oh, yeah. You knew off
Got
the
the
tape
clip,
that
yep.
that ball was not going to go anywhere because of the backspin that Cederquist had on that ball.
Really utilizes that forehand squash slice.
Mm-hmm.
A la Madison Keys. Gets the missed return back within 1, so Cederquist hanging tough.
It's just a couple of these freebies from Cederquist that have made the difference here.
Just a little bit loose on the ground strokes.
Yeah.
Just on the back line.
I think Stewart was anticipating that ball was going to go long.
No, she called it out.
Oh, she did call it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good call right there, too.
So game point for Stewart. Return sails long. Kat Stewart takes game number 1, 15-11. She is 1 game shy of setting up a rematch with Seving.
Over 10 years ago, Gearbox changed the game. No honeycomb, no soft spots, just pure, patented technology. Players felt it instantly. This was different. That legacy lives on in the new GX2. With our SST 2.0 carbon fiber rib core, it delivers explosive pop, locked-in control, and unreal feel. It's not just better, it's Gearbox. Visit gearboxsports.com to experience the paddle built different.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
Looking for ways to keep active and mobile? Try Penetrex. Penetrex is different than other products with no greasiness, irritation, or unpleasant odors. Made with unique ingredients, it's 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Penetrex, the #1 online rated joint and muscle cream.
Came to the game with a brand new sauce. Get ready, got the
1, 2, 3, move it. I got the sauce to make.
002.
I got the sauce to make you go.
Oh, you got me!
Are you ready for this? Something better than this. 1, 2, 3.
Let them win again.
Switch it up.
Human, a more human way to healthcare.
Welcome back to Championship Court. Kat Stewart taking game 1, 15-11 over Emily Cederquist, and just unforced errors off the Cederquist side, really the difference in that first game.
Well, and like we talked about, I think it's just a half step for Cederquist a lot of the time.
Like even
that right there.
Even that one,
it's
right?
It's a half step that she's late.
Is it just a matter of quickness? Is it reading the ball? What is it?
Reaction, anticipation.
Mm-hmm. And I was just talking about off camera. We're talking about Mauro Garcia, who's here this weekend from Spain competing.
6'7", 5'5".
Right, exactly. and what we mean is he's every bit of 5'4", 5'5", and that's being generous. But he plays like he's 6'7" because of what we're talking about, his anticipation.
He just. Please don't do 6'7".
I don't actually know what it is.
Oh my God, Mauro just sat down in front of us right here, watching this match.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
cross-court winner for Cederquist.
But yeah, he plays very tall, but it's his anticipation, right? He's moving to the ball before you even hit it. And I think that's one of the things that Cederquist is not lacking, but is a little slow on right now.
You want to know who had great movement today? Will Howells moved tremendously well all across the court as Cederquist
when
pulls
you
that
talk
wide.
about Howells out moving Amar Wazir,
that's crazy.
That's like quick.
Just wide down the line as Cederquist back in front.
What was the final of that one?
The final of Howells and Wazir was 15-11, 15-11, Howells in both.
Wow.
Stewart.
Yeah, Stewart just standing a little too tall there on one leg, got top of the ball.
The ending of the Andre Millett and Ronan Cameron match was crazy.
Yeah.
Cameron had 5 match points. Setting up a good one in men's singles on Sunday. It'll be Ronan Cameron and Will Howells. Winner of this one is that ball may have been wide, but you heard Cederquist say to herself, move her feet, don't reach.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. She's got to anticipate that ball going her forehand. Take one step. That's what Chad said. It's a step, a half a step behind right now.
Missed return for a piece. Winner of this match will move on to face Sophia Seving, who moved on in straights over Trang Huynh McLean. 15-11, 15-6 in that one. Stewart steps up, puts it away to get back in the lead.
Well, that first ball from Stewart was super heavy, and it got in on Cederquist, where she ends up short hopping it. Stewart follows it in with a big forehand winner.
Oh, what a read.
Too good
there.
from Stewart.
2 reads. Stewart stayed on the first forehand that Cederquist hit, and then she read the overhead perfectly.
Forces Cederquist to take a timeout as Stewart on a 4-0 run to regain the lead 6-4. And what you're seeing is why Kat Stewart is so difficult to beat even when she's down. Much like what we were talking about, Amar Wazir never really feels out of it.
No, but that's the thing is with Kat Stewart, if you walked on court, a lot of times you won't know if she's up by 10, down by 10. She's very even keeled. She doesn't show a ton of emotion, but I think
he wasn't
that's
here. He didn't,
I know.
Yeah, he didn't
Word
hear
for
the whole
word.
conversation.
What?
No, you're just almost verbatim what we said. So we're all
See?
on
we
the
don't
same
need
page.
to be in the same place to be on the same page, obviously. But again, it is, and it's that, and that's what makes her so good, right? Is because she could be down, and it doesn't matter. She's going to battle back. Like again in the quarterfinal, she lost that first game, 16-14 to Jarjing. She bounced right back and took care of business in games 2 and 3. And it's about letting things go, not letting the moment get too big, and just take care of business.
Meanwhile, for Cederquist, how does she tamp down on the frustration to make a run at pushing this to third?
I would honestly say right now, start mixing up the depths of the balls. Go just like that. Shorter ball, come up behind it, and opens up the court. We saw her do that against Hendry. Right now, Cederquist is trying to match Stewart with the depth of the ground strokes. Hit a deep one. Create a shorter angle.
Stewart pushes it long, 6-all. Cederquist feeding back the error on the third. What an angle on the backhand volley. My goodness.
I mean, she's almost peeking out of the corner of her eye, looking back with that backhand volley. She made it look easy. It is a very difficult shot to control right there.
Miss serve. So Cederquist hanging in this second game. Had her on strings at Stewart.
Too good there from Stewart. Again, the control, the ability to just hit a spot. You see Cederquist just being stretched out corner to corner, sideline to sideline, doing everything she can just to get to the ball.
Oh.
Overhit that.
Yeah, looking to really get into that ball was Stewart, but again, it's a thing to overhit. And we can hear Cederquist going, stay down, and that's exactly it. She's standing up through that two-handed backhand. When you get that second hand on, you really need to stay through, stay squatted, almost think you're in a cave, don't come up. You come up, you're going to hit.
On the return as she was trying to create space.
All right, same thing right there. You're almost pretending like you're in a cave. You don't want to stand up. You want to get down, stay low, don't hit your head.
Forehand winner off the paddle of Stewart. Timeout taken here by Cederquist as the lead has grown to 4.
I mean, that ball barely hit the ground by the time Cederquist was calling a timeout to get over to her sideline right there.
It just feels like the way that Stewart is playing at the moment, Championship Sunday is all but inevitable as this one inches along here in the later stages of game number 2.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about serving and her ability to kick it up a gear and everything else like that. For Stewart, it's almost the same. She doesn't, you'll kick it up a gear as far as power, but she kicks it up a gear as far as spot placement. And being able to really dial in her spot and create the opportunity and the ball that she wants.
It's a gift, right? We talk about, like, so many people when they feel pressure, you try and hit their way out of pressure and almost try and speed the game up. She slows the game down when she feels pressure. That's just something that's hard to teach that.
Just too good from Cederquist. Or, excuse me, too good from Stewart.
But that was it right there. It was right on cue, right? Stewart got to the kitchen line and was almost like, this is just a drill for me.
And actually, as she tried to whip that forehand, what Stewart is doing to Cederquist is what Cederquist did to Hendry. Cederquist just started making balls and was clean. And that was the difference maker. And Stewart dialed it in. You're right, placement. When you play high percentage pickleball, good things happen.
I mean, look at it. She's almost casually getting up to the kitchen line going, you're going to give me this?
That is a player that feels no pressure, and she has worked herself a match point.
Oh, she wanted that one. It had so much backspin on it. She wanted to rip and
started to go away from her.
She wanted to rip and put a ton of topspin on that winner right there.
It does freeze Stewart at 14. Have to win on your serve.
Cederquist definitely not out of this. This is striking distance here. Oh, that's on me.
Well, I mean, so far today, I tried to predict that everyone went 3, and not a single one that we've had out here has gone 3.
Done and dusted. Valiant effort by Emily Cederquist, but just too much from Kat Stewart as she is back into Championship Sunday. It'll be a 1-2 matchup to decide gold.
This is why we drink. We drink for tonight, finally in town on the same weekend. Inside jokes, the great outdoors, karaoke till dawn, another cold one and a second slice. We drink for tomorrow, for the 7 a.m. 5K and the tailgate that follows. For the personal best that's about to be bested. Kick flips and polar dips, drop shots, cheap shots, shoot your shot. We drink for the moment, shaky hands, steady beat, a blank canvas, trying to be something. Drink for yourself. No alcohol, no hangover, no empty calories, not a moment wasted. Partake brews the liquid. You bring the courage. Today is for the taking, and we make it happen.
Hey everyone, Steve Johnson here. Some say that it was my backhand that held me back. And then I discovered my Road to Pro Ultra Grip Socks. My days of bruised toenails and blisters are a thing of the past. And if I do miss, it's absolutely not my fault. Oh, you guys feel that? There's a big earthquake on that miss.
Earthquake?
Telling you, feel the ground. There's always an earthquake when I miss. Visit rtptennis.com now to purchase your Ultra Grip Socks along with other innovative tennis gear. Ah, earthquake again, always missing.
Well, the 2-seed Kat Stewart proving too strong for Emily Cederquist, moving back into yet another championship Sunday in women's singles. She'll take on Sophia Seving, but first, courtside with Dorian Croft in our Franklin post-match interview.
Kat, congratulations back into championship. So I'm going to take a little bit step closer. It's okay. There we go. No, I don't bite. I don't mind that you're sweaty. It's totally fine. That was a very clinical performance against Emily. She made a great run today, knocked off a lot of top seeds. What did you do that allowed you to take control from the beginning?
Yeah, I think every match is hard. Shout out to Emily. She played great. But I think, focusing on me and playing my game is what I need to do and keeping my emotions in check. And I feel like when those are balanced, then I play my best. It's funny that you say emotions in check because one of the things that Dom and Chad noticed is that you're always very even-keeled. Never look too high, never look too low. But I heard Emily talking to you. She said your serve was giving her a lot of trouble. What was it that you were doing with your serve that was really putting her off balance? Yeah, I think I changed it up a little bit. I've been trying to aim a little bit higher and deep. I've also changed paddles to the RPM, so I think it's giving me a little juice. But I think that combination is coming out nice for me. Well, you certainly paid off today. You played really great. We're excited to see you and Sophia go head-to-head once again on Sunday. Kat, congratulations. Thank you. Guys, I'll send it back to you.